More than 6,100 people have been infected with the coronavirus in Maryland, and 138 have died. Hello again, I'm Max McGee. The pandemic is forcing millions across the country to file for unemployment. Numbers just released this morning show 10% of the labor force is out of work. More than 108,000 Marylanders filed for unemployment just last week, bringing the total number of claims so far to more than all of 2019. The number is increasing. We're getting the first breakdown of cases by race here in Maryland. WJZ investigator Mike Helgren is live with now the details on what those numbers reveal. Mike.
Max, for those cases where we know the race of the patient, African Americans make up almost 43% of them and 47% of deaths. That is well above the population according to the U.S. Census. The other big story today is the economic impact. And right now we are at the rec center here in Patterson Park. And you can see the long line of people trying to get food here. The Maryland Food Bank just started handing out boxes at noon here. One box feeds a family of 4. It is much needed in these tough times. Maryland now has at least 6,185 coronavirus cases and 138 deaths. And for the first time, the state is releasing data based on race, which shows the African American community has been hit especially hard, with 2,064 cases and 55 deaths. Dr. Anthony Fauci commented this week on the disparities.
Here again, with the crisis, how it's shining a bright light on how unacceptable that is, because yet again, when you have a situation like the coronavirus, they are suffering disproportionately. As Dr. Berg said correctly, it's not that they're getting infected more often, is that when they do get infected, their underlying medical conditions, the diabetes, the hypertension, the obesity, the asthma, those are the kind of things that wind them up in the ICU and ultimately give them a higher death rate.
On the economic front, there are more record-breaking numbers, with more than 108,000 claims filed in Maryland in 1 week. The state has already seen more unemployment claims filed in the past month than for all of last year.
Indeed, we are in uncharted territory. And while we don't know how extensive the impact of this crisis will be, we do know it has already significantly altered our way of life.
Baltimore County's executive announced a hiring freeze for non-essential personnel.
Our focus is to avoid furloughs or layoffs so that we can continue to provide the essential services that our residents deserve and they expect.
And you're looking live as they hand out food here at the Patterson Park Rec Center. This is one of 9 rec centers where they are doing that today from 12 until 6 o'clock. It's first come, first served. We also have some more breaking news. Baltimore City Police have announced 16 officers now have contracted COVID-19 and 3 civilian employees. And this from the state. The governor issued that stay-at-home order last week. Well, now we have 23 people we know of who have been arrested and charged with violating it. Reporting live in East Baltimore, Mike Helgren, WJZ.